Not least, she's a mixed DJ, often seen at the coolest events, spinning tunes mainly with the who's who, and of course, everyone wants to hang out here. Today it's your turn, Coffee FM. Please help me welcome Nothemba Madumo. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Thank you for letting me come hang out with you.
Oh, it is a pleasure. Long overdue.
Yes, actually.
Long overdue. You know, what an incredible career, ma'am. Many of us. You raised all of us. In fact, you know, we watch you create and craft either on TV and it was on the radio. Was this your grand plan, though?
My grand plan was to learn to play the piano.
Yeah.
And then look for a nice small venue with a small audience and play on an intimate kind of situation.
Yeah.
Maybe learn how to sing. This was me when I think I was about 8 years old.
Wow.
So they say if you don't, what do they say? If you can't play, teach.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Right.
So
Right.
also I actually wanted to study communications, but at the university they didn't have. So
Yeah.
I got a Bachelor of Education degree instead.
So you're a teacher. Typer.
And as I teach right now.
Correct. You serve lessons every Sunday. Yes.
yeah. So even while I was at university, I started doing broadcasting. Over the weekends and during the holidays at Swazi TVs.
Yeah.
So that's where my broadcast life started.
Yeah.
And no Murimu.
Yeah, we are here now.
We are here now.
Let's talk about some of your career highlights.
Mm.
What has been that? What has been those? Because I mean, with this kind of history, with this kind of time spent in the media, you've had several highlights. But what stands out for you?
I don't think it's. I can say in particular it's a person or it's a place or it's an incident or whatever. The one thing which I always say is, when we die, we're not going to take anything with us. The only thing we take with us is our memories and experiences.
Wow.
So for me, the highlights are the experiences this career has allowed me to have, to travel, to meet people, to, do things I never thought, to be exposed to the music and the talent and the creativity of other people and hanging out with Ngwako who love the same things.
Right.
Those are that's what I take away from that.
Oh,
and that's one thing that no one can ever take away from me.
so beautiful.
You can take my, my music,
Everything,
my
cars,
CDs,
houses and stuff.
But
But
the experiences I've had.
oh my God.
It's up.
Yes. Yes.
It's a matter.
I love that. That's a quotable, by the way. That's a quotable. You know what I want to talk about? I love the fact that you mentioned you can take the CDs and you take. Let's talk about your relationship with music. Take us back to when you fell in love with jazz, and what song kind of brought you in? Like, I think
I didn't fall in love.
Yeah.
I was born into it because my parents were into jazz. And my dad never allowed anything else to be played in the house except jazz music.
Sounds familiar.
So it's what I knew. Even though, as a teenager you're exposed to, R&B, soul and other things, which I also got to listen and, in fact, I was bought a present by my first boyfriend, the Chaka Khan album. And I tried to play it at home, and my dad was like, what is that? Is that on my record player? Okay. It's hand to you. So both my dad and my my mother was a music teacher as much as she was a science and mathematics, teacher as well. And then they were also friends with a lot of South African exiles because we were living in Swaziland at the time, and including Abdullah, who used to come home because we had a piano at home. He used to come home and play there. And you know, they decided, why am I not taking piano lessons from him? So he was teaching me piano, and he was too complicated. I was just memorizing and not really internalizing.
Yes.
And I told him, "Yeah, I'm a teacher." And he said, I have a music school now. Go to the school and leave me alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
We deserve a book, man.
Yeah,
we deserve a book. These are those stories. I can imagine what Sunday sounded like at home.
Right? Oh, yeah, it was something else.
Oh,
yeah. It was all the DVD that.
You're sketching and things. Everybody's just doing their thing.
Yeah.
Kofi Fefem is spending time with the media doyen Nothemba Madumo. We're talking everything music, her career, and the Journey of Jazz Festival, which comes up, this week. And you are one of the acts that will be performing at the Lounge Jazz stage, which is something fairly new to the festival. Tell us about the stage and why it was important to create this kind of platform.
In fact, it's the second year that it's happening, which is great because, as you know now, that this is a growing phenomenon of jazz, DJs playing jazz music and jazz influenced music, which is what's fantastic about it because it's drawing in the younger audiences.
That's right.
Into this genre of music and in a different kind of way, not necessarily having to go to a jazz performance, but being exposed to the music, not only on radio, but at events of this nature. So I think the fact that they have opened, a space for this to happen is a fantastic thing.
We love it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it come alive because I know you'll be performing as well alongside Thomas Jan on percussion, during your set.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this collaboration.
Yeah. Well, he's a fantastic percussionist who specializes in African music, Afro-Cuban, contemporary and jazz, and he's played with so many musicians around the world and here in the country, from the Lionel Richies to the Jimmy Juju's to the he used to be the percussionist for Incognito, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So and he's he does different styles of music. I mean, his father Donny Gianni, when he was young, he used to travel with him and he'd play with him, and he'd meet with all these other great musicians that his father used to play with. So I asked him once, I'm like, hey, I'm playing somewhere. Do you mind coming just, do a little... He said, no, sure, no problem. Okay. So, and it was great. I'm like, hey, can we do it again?
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
He's going to help make my sets go on fire.
Listen, he's going to elevate.
He's going to elevate.
That's my word for the weekend. I'm telling everybody, we must elevate. Of course, you're hanging out on Kofi Fefem 97. It's Our Africa with Nothemba Madumo and, of course, the K Jazz Show. And, talking everything jazz, from joy of jazz, and then some. And, of course, I want us to take a break, a song break from the project Quiet Now by Dudu Buan.
Okay.
And she's, of course, the South African Belgian-based vocalist whose new project, where she reimagines and sings the poems of Lebo Mashile. And I'm really excited about that one, and I'm going to be sharing it with you when it arrives. And I know Cecile is also going to be there, at the forefront, sharing that conversation as well. But this is something from the album Quiet Now.